Howdy, everybody. Matthew Coller here inside TCO Performance Center following the Minnesota Vikings night practice. Maybe if you listen close, you can even hear the fireworks going on outside, as that's the way they end the night practice every year. There was not a whole lot of fireworks, though, on the field. In years past, we've seen the night practice feature a lot of downfield passing, but today it was not so much for the offense, first, second, or third team. The first team offense struggled quite a bit throughout the practice, including having trouble getting it into the end zone during the red zone drills. Kirk Cousins had to run one in and then failed on another drill. But on the final drive that the first team offense took, Cousins was able to lead them down into field goal position and have Greg Joseph finish off the drive with a long field goal. Now, I think tonight was a sign of this team, and the first team offense still has a ways to go as they learn a new scheme under Kevin O'Connell. You saw quite often throughout the practice Kirk Cousins meeting with his wide receivers on the side, even pointing up to the video board as he talked with the quarterback's coach about the different things that he was seeing throughout this practice. As far as whether they'll get in preseason games toward the end of this week, traditionally the Los Angeles Rams, where Kevin O'Connell came from, did not play starters in the preseason. We'll see if they look at this week's practices and decide whether they need more live reps. As far as the second and third teams, it was a tough night for Kellen Mond and Sean Mannion. The final drive for Kellen Mond ended without getting in field goal position, and so they just had to have Greg Joseph pretend that they had done that, and Sean Mannion was not even given a final drive. Clear that Kellen Mond was getting more opportunities tonight, and we'll see if we go into the preseason with Kellen Mond as the starter. But speaking of Greg Joseph, he's been one of the stars of camp, and he got the loudest applause and the most celebration tonight, a 58-yarder to finish off the drill. On the whole, he was 7 for 8, missed just one kick wide left on a 41-yarder, but he has missed just that kick over the last 3 times that he's gone out there and kicked for the Vikings, so he continues to stay strong. A couple other players that stuck out here tonight. Trishton Jackson, who is an undrafted free agent, a guy who's had some time with the Los Angeles Rams and then signed here with the Vikings, moving up to play a lot with the second team, as we saw Albert Wilson largely with the third team tonight. Amir Smith-Marset, BC Johnson, also the wide receivers out on the second team. The tight end situation seems to be very fluid. Zach Davidson did catch a touchdown in one of the goal line drills where the Vikings were successful with their first team. Ben Ellefson was in the mix. Johnny Munt was in the mix with the first team. So everybody getting their chances. And we also saw Kene Nwangwu largely run with the second team. Madison and Delvin Cook were the mostly first team running backs here tonight. On the defensive side, Luigi Villain, an undrafted free agent, getting a lot of second team reps and some noticeable success as far as the pass rushes go. Also, Jalen Twyman had a very impressive sack, was getting a lot of work with the twos as well. Jalen Twyman, one of the most interesting stories from training camp. He missed all of last season, now coming back after getting shot in the offseason and had to miss the whole year to recover, but now back and trying to make noise and make this team as a former 6th round draft pick tonight. May have gone a long way for him to do that, of course, with much to go, with practices against the 49ers and preseason action and so forth. Also, there was no Lewis Cine tonight, and we have learned that Lewis Cine had an excused absence, and he will be back with the team on Wednesday, so nothing to fear with the first-round draft pick Lewis Cine. Caleb Evans, Dan Cina also were not practicing here tonight. So we'll get back on the practice field on Wednesday as we continue to cover training camp here on Purple Insider. Make sure you check out the Purple Insider podcast every single day, podcasting wherever you get your podcasts, and purpleinsider.com for our written coverage. Thanks so much. We'll catch you next time.